Hello, come on in. I'm about to get some green beans in the oven and decided to invite you to join me. I've got a lot of things happening. Over here, just took some brown butter chocolate chip cookies out of the oven. The first thing I need to do is get some bacon in my skillet and start cooking out some of that fat. Some of the fat's good, but for these green beans, I find that if I just put the raw bacon in it, it's a little bit greasier than what I would like. Oh, I call these our special occasion green beans. And that means I reserve cooking the green beans this way for special occasions, because it wouldn't be good to cook them this way. They lose a lot of their nutritional value, but oh my, they are so yummy. You may have had them this way, but in case you haven't, come on with me. First thing I want to do, I have got a small pack of Wright's bacon. Not going to use all of that. I stuck it in my freezer for a couple hours just to get it firmed up a little bit. And I'm probably, let's see, I'm cutting off about a third of that pack. I'm just gonna cut it in little dices. If you don't stick it in the freezer for a little bit, it is a lot harder to cut. But once it firms up, it just cuts right through, a whole lot easier. I'm gonna put that into my skillet and cook out some of that fat. I don't want it crispy. I'm just gonna render out just a little bit of the fat. Not getting it crispy, but I'm about to pull it out of that grease. Now I'm gonna make a special glaze that the green beans will cook in the oven. First things first, in my saucepan, I have 6 tablespoons of butter. So I like the combination of the bacon fat and the butter. But I found that if I use a whole stick of butter and the raw bacon, it's just a little bit too much grease in the green beans. So if I go to 6 tablespoons of butter and render out a little bit of the fat from the bacon, it's just right, in my opinion. In there, let's get this butter melting. This is half a cup of brown sugar, about a tablespoon of minced garlic, and you know I'm going shortcut on this garlic. Tablespoon of soy sauce. I also like mustard. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my salt in here, a teaspoon. I'm just gonna stir this and leave it here until that butter gets melted and all of that brown sugar is blended in. Now let's get our green beans in. You're gonna need 4 regular size cans. What's that? What are they, 14.5 ounces? I think that's right. Make sure you drain them. I'm improvising. All I had was a gallon. I don't need this many, so I'm about to guess what 4 cans is. And then I'm gonna cook the rest just regular. This is called eyeballing. You know what that means? Where you just are looking and guessing. Now, let's put our glaze over. All of that butter mixture. Oh, you see why this is special occasion green beans? Now, before I put the bacon, I gently stir these around so I can get those beans coated really good. Now I'm gonna put my bacon on the top. I prefer this to cook with my bacon sitting on top so that it gets really crunchy. And then after it's cooked, we can stir it all together. Also, it gets the rest of that bacon fat cooked down into your green beans. You just need some bacon fat in green beans, right? Now, into a 375 oven until this bacon gets crispy. Just took our green beans out of the oven. I cooked mine for about 35 minutes. Bacon is all nice and brown. Let me sneak a bite of these green beans. Brittany and Logan, I know you won't mind me doing a taste test for my Facebook family. So, there is a lot of buttery goodness in there. It's really pretty when it's sitting out with that bacon on top, but before you serve it, you do need to mix all that butter and all those flavors in. Again, special occasion green beans, they have the best flavor. They will be a hit at your next event or with your family. Have a great week. Be blessed.